Before we get into today's episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, TickPick, the best seats for the best prices, and they have no service fees. So use code LADE, LADE, for $15 off your first order, $99 or more. And the best thing about TickPick, like I said, there are no service fees. So what you see is what. Welcome back to the LADE Show with Aron Cohen and Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom and Aron Cohen.
All right, we got to talk
Welcome
about
back.
it. Lakers down 0-1. What's the defensive game plan for Jokic? What do the Lakers got to do? We kind of figured it out in the fourth quarter.
I think every defensive rebound he gets, the closest man to him has to jam the ball, has to stop the ball. It doesn't matter who has the defensive assignment.
Okay.
I think as soon as he rebounds, the closest man has to jam the ball, has to stop him.
You saying double him or just
Just
one guy on him?
Just stop the ball.
Who do you think needs to guard him?
Hachimura did a really great job on him. And I think if Hachimura guards him, and then that allows Davis to roam a little bit.
Right. Play help side.
Yeah.
Because he can guard Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon can't really shoot that well. He can hit, but he's not a big threat where AD can sag off and help Rui. So do you think Rui should start the game?
I think so.
What about D'Lo?
I think D'Lo maybe have to come off the bench and we get his that scoring off the bench can help us.
So you think Dennis
Yeah,
should
because
start?
I think Vanderbilt could guard
Murray?
Jamal Murray.
So you think Vanderbilt should start as well?
Yeah, because we need size, as much size as possible and athleticism.
So it would be
It'd be Vanderbilt.
AR, Dennis, Vanderbilt, LeBron, AD.
That's right.
I like that big defensive
you gotta
lineup.
go big against these guys because Jokic does a great job at getting these guys in scoring position.
I mean, would you say he's the best player on the court right now? God, James.
Oh, James is the best player on the court, bro. He's going to be the best player on the court tonight, and we're going to tie this series.
All right, so I got to ask you, what's your series prediction? And in how many games?
It depends on how good our defense steps up. If we could play our best defense, say Lakers in 5.
So 4 straight wins.
Lakers in 5.
I honestly, I'm not scared to say it. I'm hesitant because we obviously lost the first game and it's hard to win 4 in a row. But the fact that we were that close to winning that game after literally the Nuggets played a perfect game, and the fact that the Lakers could have tied the game in the final minute.
We started off the game so slow. I need AD to attack the basket in the beginning of the game.
In fact, he ended up with 40.
Yeah, he did end up with 40. Could have been 50.
If he played us, I mean, he did have it, but the thing is, it gets overshadowed by Jokic's performance because Jokic just outperformed him and they won the game.
Well,
so.
like I was telling you earlier, Jokic had 20 rebounds, but a lot of those rebounds, he followed up his own shot.
Yeah, like taps.
Yeah.
I hear that. I mean, the Lakers got to contain Jokic. I think just make anyone else beat you. Let Murray beat you. Just don't let Jokic beat you.
I would try to give Jokic a different look defensively probably every other time down the court. I might switch the man up, double him one time, not double another time, because you can't give him the same look because he's too good.
Right.
He's too smart.
Is that something that you would say the 09-10 team would do? Like Phil would throw just different guys in and mix it up?
We would switch up, especially playing against a player like Chris Paul. Whenever he would come down in the pick and roll, we drop into his zone.
Right.
Maybe they could think about doing that with Jokic too. Drop into a 3-2 zone every time he catches the ball.
Right. I mean, what do you think the biggest thing they need to focus on is with Jokic?
They got to fall into the passing lanes, drop back into the passing lanes because he's killing us with his passing.
Yeah, I mean, he does everything. You saw in the first quarter he had a near triple-double. It was just crazy.
He makes players better, which is scary.
And what do you think about just the fact that Jokic is? I mean, you look at the guy and you see that he's not like that athletic looking, no tattoos, looks like a normal European hooper, and
But he could play. Basketball don't have no.
I mean,
race,
you think
color,
it's his
creed.
IQ?
Yeah. Basketball don't have no race, color, creed.
It's like he has no flash on him. It's like he's very nonchalant form of play.
You wouldn't pick him walking into a gym. But
that's
he will
a
bust
BS.
your ass. Like, he's really good.
Yeah. So I want to throw back again to 2009, 2010. Let's say you guys, or sorry, let's move back. Who was your toughest defensive matchup in the playoff series? Like you had to go at the guy 6 or 7 times.
Offensively on the wing or the post or the perimeter?
I mean, anyone.
I would say who gave us problems, probably Carmelo Anthony.
Were you guarding him?
I would probably see him a little bit. Ron Artest would see him. Kobe. And you would just have systems where you would, of course, you have to talk
Right.
defensively when a player of that caliber has the ball on the wing, especially if he's isolated. You would talk, yo, push him here, down here. And you might have different schemes for a player
Right.
like that too.
In those situations, do you need to kind of have to leave one guy open? Like you're gonna have to live with him hitting a 3 or be on the perimeter.
The thing about defense is a team game. And of course, when you double a basketball, or you have a particular assignment on a person, help side is the most important.
Right.
Because this is the NBA. You know, players are really good to get past or get through one person. So the players on the help side have the most responsibility, especially playing against a player like Jokic.
Right. That's how I think they gotta attack it. I mean, I think they, like you said, they gotta have Rui on him or switch it up, but just have a second guy in help side to sag off. You know, I don't want to say Bruce Brown, but like definitely Aaron Gordon. Like you just they gotta hit their shots.
Yeah.
Just don't let Jokic beat you.
Yeah.
So we gotta move on. So you said Lakers in 5.
Yeah. Or Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6. That's why I said the same thing. I was like, I think the Lakers could win in 5. Realistically, I think they can, but also wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers win in 6. Bottom line, I think the Lakers win this series.
Lakers
I think
are
they're the better
definitely gonna
team.
win the series.
The better team. So we got to talk about the other side. What do you think about the Heat Celtics?
I love the Heat.
He took game
Celtics.
1.
He took game 1 in Boston, right in your face.
I mean,
Boston.
Philly took game 1 and they lost the series. So
Oh, Boston is really good though. You can't. This is a playoff series, so one game, it doesn't win the series doesn't eliminate a team.
True.
But you can build off of one game.
True.
And hopefully Miami build and become a little bit more scrappy, and it looked like they wanted it more.
They definitely. I mean, the third quarter they had 46 points.
Yeah. Let's hope. Hopefully they keep that going.
If you had to predict the finals series matchup and in how many games, what would it be?
Honestly,
What do you think's gonna happen?
what I think is gonna happen.
What do you
happen.
think? For what you think, then what you actually want.
I think it's gonna be Lakers, Boston Celtics.
Woo! And who's taking it?
Lakers in 6
Lakers in 6.
for our 18th
What's the date
championship.
today? Today is May 18th.
May
It's
18th.
game after game 2 is tonight, so this is way in advance. Lamar says Lakers going to take down the Boston Celtics in LA in 6.
In 6.
And what do you want to happen? Same
I
thing.
want Lakers Heat 7 games.
Damn.
That's what I want.
You know that will be in Miami. Game 7 will be in Miami.
Beautiful.
We'll be there.
We get to win Game 7 in Miami.
Party in Miami,
like,
South Beach.
Like, that's perfect. God James in South Beach
Yeah, that'll be crazy. That really
with
will
another
be.
championship ring for his 5th championship.
I like those 2 scenarios.
Come on, bro.
We'll come back to this. We'll
Lot of
definitely come
quality,
back to
too.
this. We'll come back to this for sure.
Ja Morant.
But wait. Let's say that actually happens where Butler takes his team to the finals. You brought this up. I don't want to take credit for this. You said we got to have that conversation of is Jimmy Butler the greatest Heat player? I mean, put LeBron aside. Between Wade and Butler,
I think you have an argument for that. I think the only thing that separates them is
championship.
championships. And then you have to put in the fact that if Jimmy Butler wins a championship, he's not going to win a championship this year.
Nah, I
He
don't.
can't beat the Lakers. But if he takes his team to a championship,
Beat the Bucks. Beat the Celtics if he gets there.
he was able to do this with
I mean, who's second best player?
By himself,
Can't be
really,
Kyle
like,
Lowry.
Kyle Lowry or
It
Kevin
can't be
Love.
second best. Bam
Adebayo?
Bam. He's good, but like, think about him being second best player on a championship team. I would be like, no way.
I'm just saying that
Jimmy's that good.
that brings an argument that because Dwayne Wade had Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you said
But it's a
that
team sport.
you need, like we said, you need role players as much as you need star players. You need role players who fill the exact need.
Yeah.
Like you, Bynum, Gasol. It wasn't
You
just
can't win
Kobe,
championship
obviously.
without Artest and
Right. Ariza.
yeah. So I understand the significance of role play.
Right. All right. Now we got to talk about Ja, because technically he didn't do anything illegal. We've seen NFL players carry guns. Do you think Ja deserves a 1-year suspension?
I think he needs to be suspended because he had a conversation with. I remember we just watched it.
He went to
Adam
rehab.
Silver,
Yeah, he did.
And he told Adam Silver he was sorry, and they probably need a slap on the hand. Because because he has to understand his responsibility to the youth, and the black
He's
youth.
an influence.
We got all these black boys killing each other with guns. So he's definitely an influence. So he probably need to smack on the hand. But I'm not one to judge or point because I was suspended twice for smoking marijuana. Now.
But I feel like it's different though, like especially now with social media and Ja's influence.
Yeah.
And him having his own shoe all of a sudden. Like,
Well, it's different, but the only thing I'm saying is a mistake.
money he's getting.
You know what I mean? I was
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I was
he's
making a lot of
23,
money, and I made a mistake, and we all make mistakes.
But I mean, he did the same exact thing two
So
times in a row.
Yeah, hopefully he can learn from this mistake and become a better man. Because now it's time to be a man. He has a child.
Right, he does. And I mean, he has all this money now. He's all these people. But like, do you think this is more of a you have the wrong people around you type of thing?
It's probably a good time to assess the people around him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us go through that when we make it to the league. We all have boys and friends and
Right.
things like that. And some of them are, pull us down, and we don't even really know it. So hopefully him and his father can make that assessment and, keep the shit away from him.
What would be your number one piece of advice to him or like guys like him who come into the league and all of a sudden make a ton of money and have a ton of influence?
Keep your family close to you. Keep your family and God close to you.
God, I like that.
Yeah.
My prediction, I didn't even get to do this, but I say Lakers are gonna win this series in 6 in LA Friday night. We're gonna go party at Poppy after the game. And Lakers gonna go play the Celtics.
The Celtics?
And beat them in 7 games.
In 7 games?
7. We're gonna beat them in Boston. We're gonna shake their bus.
Yeah, I'm into that.
And we're gonna party in downtown Boston.
I'm into that though.
All right.
I'm into that. I'm in a fucking Boston up one night.
We'll be there if it gets there.
We will be there.
You'd rather be in Miami, huh? Back,
bro.
Silk shirts.
You know what I mean? Flip flops, my toes out.
All right. So we'll see what happens. Lakers gotta get the dub tonight. Go back to LA with a split.
Lakers will get the dub tonight. We will split tonight. Mm-hmm. And that's that.
Thank you for tuning in.
Love you for loving us.
PrizePicks is the best daily fantasy app, legal in 70% of the U.S., including California, Florida, Texas. Basically, you pick 2 or more players, take their more or less on their stat projection, and that's it. It's simple. Use code LADE for a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. So if you deposit $100, they'll instantly match that for another $100. Once again, the code is LADE for PrizePicks. Let's get back into the episode.